All right, so right when you walk in, you have your monitor panel as well as some switches here for lights, as well as the gas side of the water heater, your water pump when you're working off the freshwater tank. Like I said, you have interior light switch and your exterior light switch, which is your blue LED strip for your awning. And then you do have your tank levels. That's your battery, your fresh, your black, your gray, and this does come equipped with a gray too, but you only have one gray tank. So all you need to worry about is the black, the fresh, the battery, and the gray one. Then you have your awning control switch here as well with the retract and extend button. Down here you have your fire extinguisher. You want to check this every time you go camping. Push down on this little green tab here. If the tab pops up, it's good to go. If not, you need to replace it. Another safety measure you need to check is this LP carbon monoxide detector right here. There's a little test button on there. You can press and hold that just to test it out, make sure that it is working. But if this guy is going off, you want to get out of the camper, shut the propane tanks off, make sure that everything's safe to re-enter. Okay. You got lights up under here. There's push button right in the center on both of those. And then your controls for your heat and your AC are right here. You have your different systems, your cool, your fan only from the rooftop AC, and then an off position, and then you have your heat. I recommend with the heat mode, keeping the fan mode in auto, only because if you have the fan on high or low and you have the system on heat, the AC unit is going to kick on. The AC is not going to run just the fan, so it's going to circulate that air, but that's up to you. But like I said, I do recommend just keeping it on auto high for everything else. So moving into the bedroom area here, you do have a light switch on the wall, controls this light as well as the two reading lights under there. And then these windows here, they have these holdbacks. These are nice. It prevents this thing from swinging while it's going down the road. So just make sure you re-secure these after you use them. They're just little dowels that stick into a little hole on the end caps here. Okay. And then you do have storage underneath the bed here. It's already blocked off, so it's nice. You can keep linens and stuff tucked away out of sight. Plenty of storage both sides of the cabinet. And then you do have on either side of the bed, you have 110 outlets. Okay. There is also a TV in here. It's already pre-hooked up, ready to go. Okay. This jackknife couch does come down to a bed. You just got to pull up and pull out, and then it lays down to a bed. And then push up, and then just lift up on that back a little bit, and it'll push down, sit in place. Okay. This does go down to a bed as well. You rock this tabletop off, and you're gonna pull the legs out. And once you pull the legs out, it'll sit right on top of this wood stile right here on either side of the tabletop will, and then the cushions will push in together. It's just a matter of lining everything back up, making sure it's always secure down the middle. Your radio here, it's USB, Bluetooth, AM, FM, also I believe it is a DVD player. So you can play DVDs through that, and that will come out through this port right here. These are the old style RCA cable ports, which you'll have to hook up to the TV, which are already here. Then your cable right here, there's a little switch right here, and a green light turns on. It's probably hard to see in the video, but with that green light on, you're going to work off the rooftop antenna. If you push this little button again and that light turns off, you're working off a cable if you're hooked up at a campground. Okay. You got the bunks. There is a light up in the bunk there as well as up here. Then you got this curtain that pulls around. In the bathroom, your toilet is a foot flush. It's that pedal right in the front there in the center. Push it down part of the way, it'll fill that bowl up. Push it down the rest of the way, it's going to empty that bowl. You do have a GFI, resettable GFI in the bathroom. So if some of the outlets aren't working, I would check to see if that had popped. Now, you're working off a 6-gallon water heater. A good way to save water is not only hot water, but if you're working off the freshwater tank, is this little guy right here. What you can do is you turn your hot and cold on, get your temperature set. Once it's set and you've rinsed off, then you can switch this guy over, and it's actually going to stop the flow of water. And then you can lather up, and then once you're done lathering up, you want to rinse back off, just flip this back over. It'll turn back on the water for you, and you can rinse off. And then you can just shut the valves off when you're done. So good way to save water right there. Okay. You do have a fan in here. There is a little on-off switch, and then you have your crank to open that up. And this looks like it does have a max air cover on it already, which is nice. The refrigerator. This fridge, to open it, you got to pull down on this latch and pull it open. Up top here, you're just going to pull it back and open it up for the freezer section. Okay. Just a one button touch. Press and hold shuts it off. Press it and turns it back on. This will automatically switch between electric and propane. Obviously, if you're plugged into shore power, it's going to automatically click onto the electric side. As soon as you unplug, as long as you have plenty of battery power and the propane's on, it's going to automatically switch over and run on the propane. Down here is your power distribution center. You just push it right in the top center and this door will pop open. This has your 110 breakers and all your 12-volt fuses. And if there is a blown fuse, there's a little light right next to the fuse that'll light up, indicating which fuse is blown. These are all 15 amp fuses in here, and there's a couple 40 amp fuses for the converter charger. Stove lights just by turning it to light, and then using the striker to light the 3 burners up top. Now for lighting the oven, you're going to turn this to pilot on and actually push it and hold it in. And then you'll see where the little pilot is down at the bottom, and use a grill lighter to light that up. Once it's lit, you got to leave that pilot switch held in for about 10 seconds, heating up a thermocoupler. Once that's heated up, you can turn it up and it should light the burner. If not, and it goes out, just try relighting it again. You do have an overhead light and an overhead fan over the cooktop, which is nice when you're cooking on there. Then just a standard household microwave, nothing special here. Alright. If you have any questions regarding this video or use of the camper, give Nick a call, try and get a hold of me. If not, try YouTube and go from there. So hope this helps.